Right, how are we doing, folks? Welcome to Bunker Wednesday. We have a special guest with us, or two special guests actually. ALW research team are here with us.
Hello.
Today.
Good evening.
All the way down from Yorkshire to be on this show, especially for you folks. The team here, ALW research team, they do similar to what IKS does. They go out exploring abandoned locations, folks. So tell us about your channel.
So so ALW research team, we do military and industrial history and videos of that sort of content. Railways,
You've done a lot up at Yorkshire, so there's a lot of videos.
yeah, we're from Yorkshire, so we do a lot in Yorkshire,
Strange
all the
that,
mills.
isn't
And
it?
well, it's
Yeah.
convenience.
That's convenient.
Yeah.
We'll do anything as long as
yeah,
it's an interest.
So I remember seeing your first ever video. Was it of some sort of reservoir?
Oh yeah.
And you had the beanie,
Yeah.
IKS beanie hat on as well, didn't you?
Oh yeah, Chris sent me that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago, wasn't it? I think that was
Yeah.
a few years ago now.
Yeah,
wasn't
that's a few years
Mm.
ago now.
it? And
Yeah.
look at his videos now, folk. From that video to the ones he's knocking out now, big step in production quality and stuff like that.
Yeah, I filmed
I think-
that on a GoPro, one of the earlier gen GoPros.
Yeah.
So yeah, just moved on a bit from then. Better quality camera equipment
Yeah.
and using it better is the main
And
thing.
editing
That's it.
techniques. It's the same as anything else. The more you do it, the better you get.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got some questions here, folks. So,
Go for it.
Here's your starter for 10.
so you and Dave.
Yes.
Was Dave on you when you first started, or?
No.
No, I used to work with Dave. A previous company in about 2015.
Yeah. There.
Yeah, you
thereabouts.
started as a gas engineer at the maintenance company that I
Yeah.
worked at.
Yeah, I've been a commercial gas engineer for 30 odd years.
Mm. Yeah, so I met Dave through work.
Yeah.
And then I started my exploring. Dave left that business. I left that business. We both worked at different places. And Dave still had my number, and he just rang me up, didn't you?
I did.
So you didn't want to do deep sea diving as much anymore because Dave did that as a hobby.
Wow, that's
Yes.
Mainly
Mainly diving in wrecks and things. Where
Wow.
I live, there's over 250 wrecks in the bay where I live. I live in the seaside town, Bridlington, and there's lots of World War II ships and First World War submarines, ships, things like that.
Yeah.
So I prefer wreck diving than scenic diving and all that. lot.
Did you film any of that stuff?
Yes.
Have you got it on the channel? Was it on AW?
No, it's because that was a different time, a different era, a different interest.
You weren't even exploring Dave then.
I wasn't. No, I was just Dave.
Just Dave.
Just Dave.
Yeah.
I don't even know where that came from.
That'd be so interesting to see some of that footage, though.
It would actually. Yeah, you haven't told me any of that.
Oh right, okay.
It's all come out now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's coming out
Yeah.
now. Ask a man a question.
Ask a man a question.
Yeah.
So yeah, it started off just from work. Dave just rang me up and said he wanted to come along, so we did a bit of a trial and it worked. So here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we were just talking and you'd said what you were doing and where you were going, and I says, well, hang on a minute, are you going on your own? Do you think it's safe? Do you not need somebody as a bit of backup? So I unfortunately volunteered myself.
Yeah.
So you've done stuff Germany, you've done stuff over in France,
Yeah.
all that sort of
Yeah.
stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
the Germany thing came about because I was stationed over there when I was in the forces in the 70s.
Right.
And the RAF base that I was on closed down and is now a civilian airport, but the Air Force buildings still remain, and we went over there to have a look at the nuclear bunkers and things, and we got into quite a few of them, didn't we?
Just walked in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Literally a
Yeah.
walk on. Yeah.
I
Couldn't
suppose a
believe
lot of it was site knowledge,
Yeah.
because with it being an active airport, security was pretty tight.
Yeah.
But also, there is a museum on site, and a friend of mine I was stationed with in the forces, he lives out there, and he was part of this museum team, and they had links with the airport itself.
Right.
So we sort of got in through the back door, if you like.
Yeah,
You
helps.
know.
Yeah.
It's not
It always
helps.
helps, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That sort of thing. It's like
Yeah.
you don't know with the, when you're abroad, France, Germany,
Yeah.
what are their laws for trespass
Yeah.
and stuff like that? In this
Yeah.
country it's civil offence.
That's right.
The airports are a bit tricky anywhere, aren't
Anywhere,
they? So,
yeah.
We literally had EasyJets going over our heads, and we were in a an actual NATO
Wow.
planning
Okay. Yeah.
planning rooms and plotting rooms, and
Yeah.
the photography where they used to develop the photographs from the aircraft that had flown over eastern Germany and Poland.
That's right.
They were
Wow.
developing them in. We found the rooms where they developed those camera reels.
It would have been like top
mad.
secret at the time.
Yeah. Well, that must have been amazing to see that
So,
stuff.
and as well, it was a bit of nostalgia for me because I'd been there 45 years previously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and
Has a lot changed since then?
oh yes, yeah, heck of a lot.
It's sad to
Yeah.
see, isn't it? I suppose when you look back, you know, it's
That it was in decline.
Mm.
Very sad to see. Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
these places, isn't it? You know, like is it? You know, we say it now. RAF Church Fenton.
Yeah.
That's Yorkshire.
Yeah.
That's completely gone now, isn't it?
It
It's
is.
gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we went up there. When we met AD.
Mm.
What's his channel name? Cylinder Blown.
Blown 8-cylinder.
Yeah. So he's actually doing. He's made a museum in the place of work,
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
and
yeah.
you know he's done a great job of it. He's painted it, put lampshades in like that lampshade, and
His look more in keeping though. No, he doesn't have an
Yeah.
LED bulb in it.
No.
well, I
Yeah.
can change the colour of that.
I just
Make
looked
it
at
to-
it and that's all I can see now.
Yeah.
You did the same,
But
didn't
no,
you?
he's done a great job. You know, he's
He has
painted
done a
it,
really good job,
You know,
yeah.
and I didn't actually know he was making a museum now.
He did say that when we went
I
up
know,
there,
yeah, but-
it seemed a long way off.
Yeah.
People say that, oh, I'm going to restore this car,
Yeah.
and they never do.
Yeah.
But he's actually done it. He's restored. He's got runway lighting that
Yeah.
he's found that had just rot away to nothing. He's rebuilt those and
Yeah, they
got
look
them
really
working.
good, didn't they? He's got the
Yeah.
bulbs and the glass still in them and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, brilliant.
Yeah.
it'll be good.
Nice.
And he's done a good
He's
job.
got a prop from a Halifax bomber as well, an actual
Wow.
propeller.
Wow.
He's got that. He's restored that.
Because when we went up there was something
Yeah.
outside, wasn't there? Yeah. But yeah, so we went up to
Light
Church
switch.
Fenton. Yeah, light switch
Church
can go up on the wall.
Yeah, Church Fenton was pretty cool.
That
It
big
was.
engine
Cool place.
that was in there,
Mm.
and the standby generator.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sad that. Where the hell did that go? You know.
Scrap, but yeah.
yeah,
Got
100%.
yeah.
100%. That would have just got chopped to bits and thrown in the bin.
Mm.
Sad.
Yeah.
It is very sad.
But this is why we document things. This
Yeah,
is why
lucky.
Yeah.
Ian does it on his channel. He documents things, and we do a similar thing on ours. We just document history because that is a prime example. RAF Church Fenton. All that history is gone now.
Yeah.
My grandfather, he flew out of there on Halifaxes during the war.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah. So.
So it's
I
all.
didn't catch that. Could you try again?
Pardon me.
Yeah,
Jesus, mate.
technology.
Yeah, technology. They're always listening.
Yeah. But no, like the history, it's history embedded in the walls,
Mm.
and now those walls are gone.
They're gone.
So, yeah.
Mm. So, and is that only the first question we've had? How many questions is there?
Question
Quite a
74.
few.
Yeah. What would you do if you didn't do YouTube? Like as a exploring sort of sense,
I didn't do YouTube. What if I didn't do exploring at all?
or just a YouTube thing? Maybe would you have like photo, like Instagram only, or
Probably Instagram.
I'd be in the shed building motorbikes.
He'd
Yeah.
be making stuff in his shed.
I've done it for quite a lot of years actually. I build my own motorbikes. I have a lathe and milling machines, and I make my own frames, custom engine parts.
right?
I make custom parts for other people that are building choppers and other type of projects. So yeah, I just like to go out there and tinker with things.
Mm. And then Andy's pulled you along now. It's
Yeah.
exploring.
That's
It's,
it.
it's nice to get out of the house as well and then go to these different
Oh,
places.
absolutely. It gets you away from life. man.
Oh,
It's gone down there.
Yeah, where there isn't an arm on the
Yeah,
chair.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think you've got some footage
Do you
of
wanna-
building
Yeah,
that
yeah.
chair, so there isn't a.
there's no arm. We ripped the arm off.
Yeah, I
Do you wanna
don't
get
need
it?
anyway. Not really.
It's probably now in the chair.
Yeah, I'd probably do lots of Instagram. If I didn't do exploring at all, don't know what I'd do really. Go to the gym. Probably just go to the gym a lot because I like going
Yeah.
to the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to
that's
get
my
back
thing.
exercising again soon. Every day I want to do some like 3 mile run or something like that, just to
Yeah.
get back into it. So I feel that's probably why I'm tired all the time.
Mm.
So, yeah, great stuff. What is the best comment you've ever received on your videos?
I've had one recently actually, which I found quite funny. But it was I recently got on a research vessel in some docks, and the owner actually commented saying, "How the F word did you get on that?" Yeah, so I thought that was quite funny.
It's quite funny.
Yeah,
But you know, it's like the way we explore. You know, I know how you explore, and you know how we explore.
yeah,
We don't break into anywhere. Nothing gets damaged. We walk in.
That's
Yeah,
right.
You know,
walked in.
if the door's open,
Yeah.
door's open. Nothing gets damaged. No locks get broken.
No.
I think a lot of explorers get the reputation of breaking into places, especially
Yes.
when you get to these like
Yeah.
farms and
Mm.
abandoned houses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People have gone on holiday, and next thing they know, it's all over YouTube.
Yeah, here's an
Abandoned
abandoned
house.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah, the house is on Rightmove and it's on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
It's one of them, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, what's the best comment we've received? Do you reckon?
I don't know. There's so many comments.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No, there's a lot of hate out there as well.
There is.
A lot of hate comments and that. We don't want to get into those comments.
Any positive comments are good.
Only positive comments are good, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah. The hate ones, they can.
Yeah.
Well, they just get blocked, so it don't make a lot of difference.
Well, yeah.
No,
Yeah,
no.
I don't.
They still think they're commenting, but they're not.
They're not. The eye of the content filter are really high.
Yeah.
And all the blocked words, loads of blocked words.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
they're not going to be that way.
What one event inspired you to do like the YouTube?
My little boy gave me the idea. I've got a
Right.
little boy called Thomas. He came to me with the idea. He says, "Why don't you get your GoPro, Dad, and film those old scratchy buildings that you like, meaning old military buildings and things like that?" It was
Yeah.
his idea.
Wow.
The
Yeah.
entire thing came from Thomas. So,
Oh,
yeah,
amazing. Yeah.
yeah.
So look where it is now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be sure to go into that description, folks. Check the channel out, folks. It's down there.
Yeah, Thomas has got a channel too, so yeah, check that
Yeah,
out.
check both of them out. Yeah, definitely. He's gaming, isn't he? He's
Yeah, he
gaming.
does
Yeah.
gaming and adventure and things. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Amazing.
Run out of tea.
So
right.
it flows, doesn't it, when you're chatting? That's
Yeah.
it.
The problem is, after tea comes needing a
Yeah,
wee.
I don't know
Yeah.
about this one.
Go
I
on.
saw it, but I'd say it anyway. What
Just
one
ask.
lie have you said in one of your videos?
Crikey.
I don't know if you've ever lied.
I'll tell you. I mean, in our case, it would be when you get in somewhere, but you don't want to tell people where the entrance
Where
is.
you are.
So you
Right.
start filming from a different place and go, "Oh, we just come in here."
Yeah.
Oh, like
Where
that.
you are. We've
You
been
know.
to RAF Luton countless of
RAF
times.
Luton, yeah.
Yeah, countless
Yeah,
times.
yeah, we had to be a bit careful with an RAF base where the
Giving away the location.
yeah well the RAF would probably get a bit cross because it's still
Mm.
active.
Oh, really?
So
Yeah,
I
the
just
trouble
called it
is-
RAF Luton instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get a bit tetchy about.
People get really angry in the comment section about, you know, why aren't you naming this and stuff like that. You know, if people name it, I remove the comment or block it or whatever.
Sometimes.
Sometimes you put in the beginning of the video, please respect. You know, we've removed
Yeah.
the location. You know, and if people continue to comment on it, I just block them straight away. Because they've seen that comment
Yeah.
at the
You know,
beginning.
why do they do
Yeah.
that?
And it protects the sites, what we're doing. Not every site has to have that protection, does it?
No.
But some of them, some of the better sites have to have that protection, where we remove the name and the location of
Yeah.
the thing. So
Yeah.
that video that went out today, that Cold War bunker,
Yeah.
genuine example, that no one knows where that is. And if you do know where it is, don't comment. You know,
No.
it's just, you know, you got metal thieves out there, you got
Yeah,
people
that's-
vandalising stuff, and you know, it's real, folks. And you just got to
I
remember that.
always
People don't
think
think.
if you're into exploring, then you can
Then-
find the places for
Of
yourself.
course you can.
You
Yeah.
do the research.
Yeah.
So you know you shouldn't need to be told.
No.
No.
And it's just, you know, it winds me up when people just go on about bloody name of the location.
I had
So it's
noticed
just
it.
like-
Wound him up. Did you?
Yes, it's just location. Sometimes we have to protect the location. It isn't us being clever. It's just
It's like people trying to
Yeah.
say, there's another one, you're trying to keep it for yourself. You know.
no, because many other people usually know where it is. It's just well,
Yeah, I
they'll
mean,
be the
when we're
ones.
looking and researching for places to go, a lot of people have been there before. That's how we've found out
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
You know,
You see pictures or
It's-
something.
and they haven't told us where it is.
No.
Well, we've had to
Figure
work
it
it out for ourselves.
Yeah.
The hard thing was that, you know, if you're exploring with someone and then we don't want to name the location, but
No.
they do, and then you're advertising their channel, and
Yeah.
then people going on their channel and seeing, oh, that's where it is.
Yeah.
That's a hard one.
But it is what it is. You can't, you know. Sometimes.
And that's it.
you
Yeah,
can't
you
stop
do
it.
your job.
Mm.
We
Yeah.
will do
Yeah,
our
yeah,
job
yeah,
to
yeah.
protect the site. That's
Yeah.
all we can do.
Yeah,
You know, if the landowner gets in touch saying blah blah blah,
Yeah.
it was like, well, we haven't
Yeah.
named it.
We're not
you
the
know.
internet police, but we'll do
No.
the bit what
Yeah.
we can do.
Respect, isn't it? For
Yeah.
a lot, it's privacy for the owner.
Totally.
If you could be someone else for one day, who would it be and why?
Oh, crikey.
This is crazy comments, folks.
As in anyone.
Yeah, I
Or
guess
as
so.
in-
Yeah.
I don't know really. I mean, there's quite a lot of people I admire. I've had sort of heroes as a kid growing up and people you'd want to be, but to be honest, I've been happy with my lot, you know.
that's true.
Everything I've done or built, I've done it on my own merit. I haven't got a leg up anywhere with anything I've done. So I'm quite happy with the lot I've got.
Yeah, yeah. I think someone said to me once, you know, if you come back, would you, you know, something like that? And I'll say, well, I'll come back as myself.
Yeah.
Because you know, I like,
Yeah.
you know, what I'm doing now. And that's so.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to be anybody else as such.
I know. So this comment's a bit crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't actually want to be anybody else. I just want to be me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a tricky question, that one. No, I'd just happy being me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great stuff, folks. Yeah, crazy. You know, I've just found these comments, so it's a bit weird. They're not really. I should have put more thought into.
They're not really explorer related.
No, they ain't.
No,
No.
Fine.
That's just general questions.
Oh yeah. We'll start with Dave.
Oh,
then-
right.
Who is your favourite YouTuber and why?
Well,
Oh,
If you don't say me, I'm going to be really cross.
this is this is where I open myself
No,
up to. Do you know? I watch so many YouTube channels for different reasons. There's engineering YouTube channels that I watch. I watch one called Blondie Hacks, and it's a woman, you know, and she has an engineering program and she makes things in a home workshop. But the thing I like about her is she makes mistakes and she doesn't cover them up. And to me, being an engineer is everybody makes mistakes, and it's not necessarily the fact that you haven't made a mistake, it's when you've made a mistake, the workaround to get that thing put right,
yeah.
you know. So that's a good channel that I watch. I admire that. There's
really fat
another
on
one,
screen.
Andrew Camerata. The guy lives in America and he's got his like a construction business. Well, it's diggers and land movers and all sorts of things like that. And he's built his own house out of containers on this land in the middle of nowhere, and it's just wild in winter. You can't get anywhere near. And some of the innovations he comes out with, you know, and he repairs all his own vehicles and modifies them, and everything is so dynamic. You know, he never lets anything stop him or get the better of him. He always has a workaround solution. And I think it's people like that, you know, that won't be beaten. You know, no matter what happens, there's always a way around. There's always something you can do to overcome a situation. Yeah.
What was that channel?
Andrew Camerata.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll check these channels out.
Check them out. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll definitely do that.
I mean, there's loads and loads. You know, but they're just two that spring off the top of my head.
Yeah. It's like you go through stages of
Yeah. I mean,
watching certain
I
channels.
do that. I sort of binge
Yeah.
watch different
And
channels.
It's like you get bored of a certain channel, and it's like then you go back to it.
yeah, we all watch like the Colin Furs and things like that for his crazy
I haven't seen that in
ideas.
a long time. But
I
And-
watched something like yesterday.
And IKS,
Yeah.
that's another one that springs to mind. I don't
They're
know
a bit.
why.
They're idiots.
IKS,
yeah.
so Andy,
Yeah.
with questions you.
Yeah.
Favourite YouTuber? Keep it in the family, I guess. I'd say Thomas.
Yeah.
Thomas's Gaming
Number one.
Adventures. Other things I watch a lot. Let's have a look at my YouTube history. Let's see what I've been watching. The evidence is in the history. So, I watch a lot of music stuff when I'm at the gym. It's history, the Grand Tour. I've been watching a lot of like van life stuff at the minute as well. You know, so I'm thinking about getting a VW Crafter and basically installing a van life setup in the back.
Right.
Yeah, so I've been thinking about doing that. History wise, then it's you.
Oh, I'm paid him.
No, it's not sponsored. Abandoned. They're a exploration channel. They're from sort of guessing by their accent, they're like Leeds way.
Who's it called?
Abandoned.
Abandoned.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Urban.
Abandoned, yeah.
Abandoned. Yeah, they're good. Hell on Earth. obviously.
What did you watch that rubbish for?
Yeah, and a bit of Martin Zero's on there. Martin Zero's pretty cool. Then it's just music again. Yeah, so it's other explorers that I seem to watch. Music. Yeah, and then just so it's gonna be Thomas's Gaming Adventures. So it's a top 5 really.
Yeah.
So Thomas's Gaming Adventures. What else did I say? Your channel.
Yeah.
Then it was Hell on Earth, not in any particular order, of course.
I'll blur that out.
Blur that bit out.
Oh, of course it was.
Martin Zero.
Yeah.
And probably a bit of Colin Furs, to be honest. So there's my top 5 YouTube channels that I actually watch because it's in my history right there.
Yeah. What I was watching last night at work, I've really got addicted. I
I
started
thought
from
you
the
were doing
beginning.
work at work.
No, at lunchtime when I'm eating the noodles, folks.
Yeah.
Casey Neistat.
All right, I don't know that person.
You don't know that?
No.
Yeah, Casey Neistat.
No.
He's like a vlogger, American, New
Oh
Yorker.
yeah.
Okay.
And he done a vlog video every single day. Like
Wow.
400 odd videos.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, they're only like 10 minutes long around average.
It's going
Yeah.
to take a long time to watch them, really.
Yeah. I mean, they're brilliant though. Talk about motivation, that's what it's all about. Motivation. And he's a very big motivator.
Right.
So, you know, it makes you want to go jogging, say. You know, makes
Oh,
you want to
okay.
get up.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Next question.
next question,
Yeah,
folks.
cool.
Let's have a look. Ooh. Do you want Dave looking at the question so you can get an idea?
Yeah.
On the
I've got my
spot,
glasses
on the spot question, folks. Looking
That's
back,
good.
what would you do differently? Like with the channel?
About the channel.
Yeah.
I'd involve Lindsay more from the start,
Right.
which is my wife. She sadly died about 2 months ago,
Right.
so I would have involved her more from the start. She was involved. She actually edited a couple of videos on Final Cut Pro, which is a Mac software. She edited a couple of videos. The Townsend Farm Deep Shelter.
Oh, right,
That
yeah.
crazy
That's where
one.
we went.
Yeah,
that's where we
yeah.
went,
She edited that whilst I was working away, and she messaged me a couple of times and just said, "You mad?" Because it's pretty
That was
mad
probably-
going down there, isn't it?
That
Well,
probably is probably
yeah.
one of the
I
most
would say
mad.
that's one of the sketchiest places I've
Yeah.
been.
Yeah,
I
that is
reckon
proper
so.
sketchy, isn't it? When you look back up the shaft and there's all like the smashed up blockhouse and it's just perched,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you think that.
And you're hanging on that rope.
Yeah,
It's
a
like,
bit of rope.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it takes
so-
one loose bit of the gun out.
Oh yeah.
Go, you know,
All go.
it's just been chucked
Yeah.
in there, isn't it?
I suppose, to be honest, it's the same with anywhere, isn't it? We go.
What, with that-
like
with
today,
that- today-
the stuff hanging
Yeah,
above.
both red.
Yeah.
Hard hats,
We've
folks.
been up
Hard hats.
stuff like that today. But yeah, I'd involve Lindsay more from the start, just so she had more impacts on the channel and, you know,
Yeah.
have that input. So no, Debbie features on your channel sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah, you know,
Yeah.
she was in a couple of vlogs back in the day. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing I'd do as well is I'd just buy the Sony A7 III with a 14mm lens, which has took me probably about 5 different cameras to find the camera set up that I like, and it's that rig that I've got now.
Yeah, on the stabiliser.
Yeah, that just for me that works. For some people, they have other cameras.
I
but
can't
for that-
I can't make my mind up.
I can't seem to get hold of a camera that does me. Can I?
No.
So you're on
Yeah.
GoPro, wasn't it? First time I met you. And then
Yeah.
Today you're on a
well,
Nikon.
we've had umpteen GoPros, haven't we?
Yeah.
Not all of them are good.
All GoPros, in my opinion, are crap. Excuse
Yeah.
the
No,
language,
I
folks.
think crap.
It's just a lesser amount of crap in it.
I think
But the
it's-
colours are weird.
They're more for
very dark.
active, aren't they? You
Yeah,
know,
they're
depending
not-
on what you're doing, they're robust. You can track them about,
Yeah.
but you can't bang them on a wheel, can you?
Apparently not.
Image, no. yeah, yeah.
Ching, I remember the sound it made. Kang!
Yeah.
And then the screen was black. It still works, but the screen don't work.
Yeah. They don't like the cold either.
Yeah, so choose so involve Lindsay more from the start and the camera setup. But it's just having that knowledge.
Yeah.
And, I can hear a baby. Have you got a
I
baby?
think there's a baby in. There's a ghostly baby.
Ghostly baby.
We're underground here,
Yeah.
100 feet. I don't know what's.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can sort of see outside though. You know?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a paid picture,
Yeah.
so we don't get too camera
It's quite
feedback.
dark outside, to be fair.
It is.
Yeah.
Right, next question, folks. Why do you think people are interested in your subject?
Why do you think people will be interested in your subjects? Well, I've looked at the analytics on the channel, and most people are male and in the 50s and older. So it's older men. They seem to like the history that I film, such as railways, railway tunnels, railway series,
Military history.
military history.
I suppose that's sort of people that don't get out to.
They don't get out
See it.
because they can't get
Yeah,
out because
probably, yeah.
they've got dogs or they're retired and they've got bad knees, so they can't.
Yeah.
I mean, you need to be pretty nimble to do what we do.
Yeah. Today
so-
on the kneecaps and that observation
Climb up
post.
some of them hills.
Yeah.
It's like I say, it's people that
Mm.
you've
Yeah.
had people say they've been ill and that and they can't get out of the house and stuff.
And
And
enjoy
it's just-
watching the videos.
they basically are coming with us. aren't they?
Yes.
You know,
Yeah,
on a
yeah,
journey.
that's what I do it
So,
for. I do
yeah.
it for the viewers. I
Take
do it
them
to
along.
vlog it,
Mm.
but I do the actual video for the viewers. That's what I do it for. And the viewers from YouTube's analytics tend to be male and in that age group that I mentioned.
Now you're going to
So-
get loads of comments going, "Oh, I'm younger, I'm female, I'm
Yeah.
this." You want
I think it's probably similar with the IKEA stuff.
I think the
in
thing
that
is
sort
as
of
well
range.
is because we're both from an engineering background, we can bring that engineering to the viewer. Describe items of equipment
Yeah, like
within
today,
within
yeah.
those buildings.
Yeah.
And work out what a certain part was.
Like what me and Chris go on about.
We guess, but we
Yeah.
don't really understand how it would
and
work.
then we get criticism for that.
Yeah.
But
you
it's
don't
like
like-
in the moment, isn't it? We're in
Yeah.
the moment.
Of
People
course.
talking about
I
it.
mean, we get stuff
Yeah.
wrong, and then it isn't
Yeah,
until
all the
afterwards,
time.
and you're watching it, and you think, "No, I was wrong there. I know what that is." You
Because
know?
I noticed in one of the videos when we'd done the Western Heights, I said a date
Mhm.
and the date was wrong.
Yeah.
I think it was
Viewers
No,
don't know that.
no, it was
I noticed.
Archcliffe Gate.
Oh yeah.
I think I said it was built in like 1960s.
It's demolishing.
I think
Yeah.
they demolished it in the
Yeah.
demolished it in the 60s
Yeah.
because you put that road in.
58, I
didn't
think
Yeah.
that was the.
they? Yeah. Such
So
a
they
shame.
demolished it in '58, built it in the '60s. Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time travelling Dover
Yeah,
Council.
something went wrong there, folks. I
Yeah.
saw it and I was like, oh, cringe.
Yeah.
But you're in the moment, folks. We're filming in the moment. It's
Yeah.
not,
It is different when you film.
You're not working to a script.
No. And when you got all this pressure, folks, got the
Yeah.
cameras on you.
Yeah.
How many more questions is there?
There's a couple more.
It's gonna be midnight.
72.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Do you ever get tired of filming things, and if so, why? So, a lot of these questions are not yes, no answers.
I get tired of filming
more.
things. No, not really. I enjoy filming.
And
Mm.
I think
Filmmaking.
a lot of it as well is we don't know what's round the next corner.
No.
No.
There's
No.
always that intrigue.
Yeah.
So
See, that's what I mean. We don't look stuff up. We find somewhere to go, but you don't really read up on the history and stuff.
No.
We'd rather go there and look first, and then
Yes.
you read the history and go, "Oh, that's for that."
I think it's
Yeah.
more to the point with me is like we probably won't get in, so what's the point?
What reading it?
Yeah. If you go into sort of
We
4
go
or
in
5,
there,
yeah,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when we get there, then I do the narration anyway, so it don't.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where the
There's drone footage, voiceover.
But like you said, it's nice to not know what's around the corner. If
Yeah.
you've watched someone else's video and then you go there, you sort of know. I'd
Yeah.
rather see for myself.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Experience it and enjoy it,
Yeah.
that's
Whilst
the whole idea of
filming it.
exploring.
Mm.
and then
Yeah.
rather than know everything about the subject and just
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what we done.
that's what I
mostly.
do.
When we went to Rendlesham Forest, we never thought we'd get into bits and bobs,
No.
and then we
Wide
found all
open.
this stuff, and it's like, yeah, wide open.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. What other vloggers have had the most influence on you? Or
What are the vloggers?
vloggers or filmmakers, maybe?
Mm.
Um, camera setup wise, certainly, because the main thing about vlogging is a camera.
Mm.
You know, Mark Lloyd from Hell on Earth, and yourself, obviously, and Secret Vault, Matthew Williams. So they're the sort of top 3 people that I've used in the sense of learning from, influenced
'Cause
by.
Secret Vault uses that.
He uses
Gimbal.
Secret Vault uses a gimbal,
Yeah.
Mm.
so I get the stabilisation from that. Because I didn't like the choppy footage that I was getting from my Canon 90D. It was too bouncy when I was moving. Because sometimes exploring, you need to go from one location to the next. And we'd been down at Godwin's Battery,
Mm.
and we were walking across to an ROC post, and on the way we found that what's called Smithy's Post, I think, nicknamed, and it's a big observation
Yeah.
place. And I was filming that. We were walking across open land, and the
Field,
footage
yeah.
was too bouncy
It's
for
like
me.
this. Yeah.
I didn't like it. The aspect ratio of the Canon 90D was a bit cropped, and I didn't like that. So I eventually went to a Sony camera, big wide angle, full frame, and I really like that setup. So the gimbal was Matthew Williams, the Sony camera was Mark Lloyd, and the sort of general style I kind of learnt from your early vlogs, I guess.
Oh.
So they're the three people that are the most influencing vloggers
Yeah.
for me.
The Secret Vault. When I went, we met up with him, didn't we? When we went down to where was it?
Which time?
Met Toby, didn't we?
Yep.
And we didn't really know him then.
Mm.
You know, we didn't know much about him.
Right.
And we met up with him, and then we've done the bits. And he had the Canon. He had the Sony A7S2.
Nice.
That
Yeah.
really
the
low light
low
one.
light
And I
one.
love that. I thought,
That,
wow,
that was good.
Nice
wasn't it?
camera.
When you start looking, and it's like you can see on the camera better than you can see with your eyes.
Yeah.
Really.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And he had the gimbal and that. So I tried the gimbal as well. I couldn't get on with it. Couldn't get
I
on with
tried
it.
a gimbal, I couldn't get on with it.
No, I think you just got to get used to it,
Yeah.
and no, 'cause
It's
you're-
just whatever works for you, isn't it? I think that's
Yeah.
the thing.
That's it. Yeah.
That is it. Yeah. That works for me.
If you work with choppy footage like that, 25 frames a second, and and handheld, you sort of get used to it. But if you go away from that to stabilised footage or 60 frames a second footage, and then you get used to that, then go back to the choppy stuff or 25 frames, it just looks like what's going on here. It looks awful. But I think you get used to. You do get used to it. I think.
The beauty of YouTube, I think, is the imperfection, because I watched a video the other week, and it was a sponsored video for a camper van conversion, and you could tell it was staged. It was too perfect.
Yeah.
The videography, the lighting, the people that were supposed to be in it, they were actors. You could just tell it was too perfect, and it spoiled it. It just looked fake. And I think Hollywood have fell foul to this a few times with their CGI, they're over CGIing things.
Right.
And I think the beauty of YouTube itself is the imperfection, which makes it real.
Real, yeah.
And that's what I like about YouTube more than TV, which I don't really watch TV at all now.
No, I don't. Main TV. We've got Netflix and
Yeah,
Prime.
so you can select what you want to watch.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean TV. They might as well just get rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to play on my Xbox now and then.
Oh right, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, well, now and then. It's like all the time, maybe, that I'm not doing hotels. Yeah.
So it's not just a younger generation, folks.
No. In fact...
What are you trying to say?
Yeah.
Well,
Any
You
age.
said it.
Most pensioners, yeah.
Oh, that's it. That's all the questions, folks.
Ah,
Amazing.
Is it?
Yeah.
yeah.
Alright.
Well, we're done. 34 minutes. So
Wow.
far.
If you're wondering, viewers, Ian does make a banging cup of tea. That was
Yeah.
Yorkshire tea,
Or coffee.
white, no sugar, just a bit of milk, quite strong.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, milk goes in
top
first.
class.
Yeah.
It gives a perfect tea, folks. Perfect tea indeed.
Yeah,
So yeah, thanks very much for watching, folks.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
you're very welcome.
Thank you for having us.
No worries, no worries. It's a bit tight in here, but we managed to squeeze everybody in.
Of course.
I get the poverty chair again.
Yeah, the chair that you declared that was far
Yeah,
too
it's-
uncomfortable for
this-
sitting
this-
in,
this
so you
is
made
just
this
The
upgrade and I'm sat in
backbreaker.
it.
Backbreaker.
Yeah,
So,
that is
Yeah.
just a single spar across the spine.
It's not recommended.
No.
No.
So we'll never give that chair to a guest.
No, it's always me that gets it. Yeah.
We better retrieve your phone. Before
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
make sure you
got it.
check out ALW Research Team, folks, in the comment section. Not the comment section, the description.
There's a link.
Yeah, it's gonna be down there.
Cool.
Thanks,
Indeed.
viewers.
See you soon.
See you soon. Bye now.